Hey, Danny and Mike listeners, before we get to the episode today, I wanted to ask a favor. Our new network, The Last Podcast Network, is doing a survey which will in turn improve the content that you hear. It only takes a minute, it's all confidential, and it's just some questions about your listening habits. You can find the link in our description of this very episode. 2, 3, 4!
The world was so big, and I was so small. Your voice was always the loudest of all.
The married man himself, Danny Tamborelli. Did you keep Tamborelli or you're doing Detweiler?
Danny
No, we're the Detterellis now.
Danny
That's true, yeah.
Tamweiler.
We are, in the eyes of God and the law, we are still Daniel Tamborelli and Caitlin Detweiler.
But our friends.
Our friends will call us the Detterellis until we die.
Okay. All right. I didn't sign anything, though.
And I didn't change your name in my phone. It's still Taylor Hamborelli.
Well, that's
Please don't
fine.
do it.
Taylor Amborelli is a pretty amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
I just got a sticker on my refrigerator that my new mom gave me
Ooh.
that says...
You replaced Sally?
I got another one. I have an extra mom.
Yeah, good for you, man. That's awesome.
Sorry, man. I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying congrats.
That's good, yeah,
I really like Carol.
Carol's the man, the woman. She's the woman.
Okay, before we go any further,
Carol's the woman.
welcome to the Adventures of Danny and Mike. To my right, Mr. Michael C. Morona.
Shaking it up, coming first for once.
And to his right, Mr. Danny Tamborelli.
No,
freshly-
to his right is Muppet.
Oh, yeah, Muppet's in here,
Muppet
too.
the dog.
Muppet, the
Co-host.
studio dog.
The co-parenting
St. Charles,
dog.
the
of-
St. Charles poo.
But this is not about that.
No.
Yeah,
Sorry.
this is not the dog co-parenting
Sorry,
episode.
yes.
This is the big wedding episode, Danny Tamborelli.
Oh, this is the wedding episode.
Woo!
Hey now.
Oh,
Is it
yeah.
a destination? Are we
Yeah, the destination, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania,
Mhm.
guys.
Okay, the time of day.
Time of day, late afternoon, I guess the wedding was, but the day before, people got into town to
yeah.
have some fun, have a little rehearsal.
Some people got themselves
Well,
tickets,
yeah.
making a right
Oh yeah.
into
Yeah,
the
let's
intersection.
well, look, if we're gonna take this chronologically, we got to start there.
yeah. Okay, let's do it. So day one,
You
were-
drove there.
met
I drove
Kate.
there. We all drove there.
Yeah, but you drove there, and you drove there at an opportune time of day,
Friday afternoon, like
Friday afternoon.
like an asshole.
Trying to get through the Holland Tunnel can be a nightmare
Just
if you
get it-
live
just
if you
get-
live here. If
getting
you
near it.
don't, if you're a tourist, between the hours of 2:30 and 7 p.m., stay away from Canal Street. If you have a car,
Yeah, it's
or
not
if you're
worth
taking
it.
a cab, because you will pay lots of money to that
just
cab
sitting,
driver
just
to
sitting
sit
there.
and smell his or her smells and enjoy
Mhm.
the cab life, NYC cab life.
This
Really,
is-
just Uber it. Don't
Hashtag-
don't
There you
don't, no one cares about.
well, we went.
Fuck Uber. That's a brand we hate.
We
True.
carpooled.
Lift it.
Me and my girlfriend Marla, and then Brendan, Catherine, and then Noosty, also known as Matthew, and Julia.
Oh, you guys had a
And-
nice little.
Did you guys?
Brendan, who's-
did you guys get Danny's super minivan hookup in North Jersey?
No,
the
he-
Jounce,
I think we
the
used
Jounce
his work.
special.
His work van.
Oh, a company car.
Yeah, on the clock. But he's the locations guy, knows a lot about locations, and he took us through Manhattan, which cost us an extra 2 hours.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
Well, because Waze will tell you to do that. That's a brand that I hate, but I use constantly.
Well, your choice would have been that or Staten Island, and
And they're
Friday-
both bad.
They're
well,
both
Staten
fucked.
would have been a lot better because we left
You
it.
could have stopped and gone to Danino's and gotten a white pie, burn it, and maybe
Wow.
a more pie or a garbage pie.
Gosh,
Ooh.
Oh,
right into it.
Let's do it.
Ugh.
Let's do it.
I like that place.
You didn't stop and get any rippers, right, on the way?
No, we did stop at Wawa though. That was one of the very important things that we had to do.
Got to stop at a Wawa.
Yeah, it's like you and every serial killer in the South Jersey, Philly area.
Oh, they all like Wawa?
I'm saying,
Custom
like,
Yeah, I mean, because you don't have to talk to anybody. What better place for a serial killer to eat than a place
to
where you
refuel
go
and find
to,
victims.
You go to a kiosk and you type in what you
Yeah,
want.
you don't have to speak to anybody.
You don't have to do anything. Of course,
Yeah.
that's where we should always be looking for
Our serial killers.
nefarious people.
That and the self checkout at the Home Depot. They're the ones building.
But they got you on camera, though.
They're the ones building kill machines out of some kill drones out of stuff that you find at Home Depot.
Well, I bet you guys thought you were going to see a lot of kill shacks in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, didn't you? I know that people assumed that was like sort of like a, podunk, Pennsyltucky.
I mean,
what did we think we would see?
I don't know. I
Podunky town.
had some people assume that
well, that's
we
my
were
people.
going
First
to
of all, Podunk, like that's my
Right.
small town.
I
people.
understand that.
I didn't think I thought it was great. I mean,
I knew all about the area already because I had listened to a Billy Joel song called Allentown.
okay.
Which used to be Levittown.
Okay.
Let's be real about it. He didn't know shit about Allentown. He wrote that song about Levittown, and the same thing was happening in Allentown.
What do you mean, Levittown, Long Island?
Yeah. All the steel factories in Levittown.
Where the hell was there a foundry in Long Island? Okay, I didn't think so. You got me. You got me with my own medicine. Very good.
It doesn't happen a lot, but
I studied up on the geography of Lehigh County with Billy Joel and his primer entitled Allentown, and they've taken all the coal from the ground out in Bethlehem. They're killing time. So I thought, it might be it might be a slow town, but apparently everything that ever decayed has been turned into a bar.
Which is kind of this whole town.
not everything had turned into
Borough,
a bar. I wouldn't say that.
Social Still looked awesome. Like that was
Social Still was an old bank. That's
was a
where all
bank.
that
Now it's a
railroad
bar.
money. Now it's a bar.
I'm
Right.
saying, like, you think about in Greenpoint, there's there's a bank that would probably become a bar.
Then they had that sweet theater that they turned into a Starbucks.
Then there was that. Oh, stop! Can I not have lemon juice with my?
Sorry.
No.
Bethlehem is really cool, man. It's got like this cool little like college towny vibe to it because
it's
of
great.
Lehigh and
You
Moravian.
got a river going right through it.
There's
They
a
got
river.
bridges.
You know what that river's called?
I sure do.
What's it called?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
It's the Hudson River.
No. He's already said it.
I did. Oh. Is it a Billy Joel song?
It's the Lehigh River.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Lehigh. Go Warriors. I don't know what they are.
No.
Okay.
Now,
Go ahead. I was very
Please.
impressed by the accommodations, by the hotel / mansion they called it, a bed and breakfast, which was awesome.
Local people would tell you that they would be terrified to stay at that place, which I
Haunted.
didn't tell anybody
haunted.
that
Yeah,
because I wanted to just do it there. And
Well-
I didn't care about the ghosts.
I downloaded a ghost app at the wedding for this reason.
Oh, ghost
Did you?
detector.
Yeah,
Did it work out?
didn't. I ended up
It
getting
always ended up right behind
a
him.
little inebriated.
The ghost was always directly behind him.
There was an app where it's always behind you, and it's always the same looking spectral image that they've downloaded.
You
from Google.
downloaded an
Yeah.
app to see ghosts, Jeremy. Of course it's going to be like that.
We've actually come full circle because that's what we did in episode 2.
Right.
Mhm.
No, I know.
When
I
we went to
remember.
Jersey.
I know, but we actually found ghosts there.
Yeah,
that one
we took a
counts.
couple home. Yeah,
Took a
Not
couple
good.
home.
I took a couple ghosts home in the form of tasty cakes. No, I didn't.
Oh,
take
yeah.
any, I didn't take any tasty cakes with
Okay,
me.
guys.
Yeah.
Let's.
Chronologically,
It's
Well,
okay.
that
Doesn't have to be.
was a big reason why the Wawa stop. I had to get me some butterscotch crumpets, but then you get to the wedding, and what do you
crimpets.
know?
Crimpets.
Well, we wanted to give a little PA flavor to the wedding. You know, I couldn't have a Taylor ham station, so I
Wow.
you weren't allowed to have a Taylor ham station.
no, because they said they had to call it pork roll, and I said, "Damn it, I'm not calling
Yeah,
it
it's not-
pork roll."
No way. Oh, there's sorry,
Taylor
sir.
ham. And
Sorry,
they said,
sir.
"Sorry,
State
sir,
rules.
we can't do it."
State rules, sir. We can't.
Yeah.
And you have to sing the Phillies. You have to sing "Hail to the Phil."
Did you know?
Eagles
Did you
when-
know Mike and Ike's and Peeps are from
No, I had
Pennsylvania?
no
Because I
idea
sure
about
as
either
shit
of those.
didn't.
Did
No.
not.
No idea.
No idea.
Peanut chews.
Yeah.
Goldenberg's peanut shoes? That
Man.
makes sense.
Yeah.
They're definitely that's old school.
That sounds to me like it was invented in Philadelphia or Pittsburgh, but maybe some small town. Who knows?
I don't know. I'll just know it was PA. So we're like, well, we're putting it on the PA late night local snack
Going to the
table.
basket.
But But what I thought that was a good. That's a good
amazing.
thing. That's a good late night thing.
It was a great spread, and when I came
they
back
made
later,
pretzels and beer cheese that I was so stoked for it. Didn't eat a single piece.
I
enjoyed
them
plenty for you.
Yes,
both of us.
You did.
I went back. I think I'm not kidding 4 times.
Why didn't you tell me?
Pretzel bar.
Why didn't you tell me?
And I got both the cheese. Cheese sauce was amazing,
And the mustard.
It was like a white cheese sauce, great. Mustard was incredible.
He was still crapping those grains 5 days later. I tell you.
That's like kind of a clutch thing, though. Pretzel bar at the towards the end of the wedding because it's like
to close.
Get you a little substance and
give a little
soak up that
substance
alcohol.
afterwards because you did eat some food.
You know
but
what
you've been dancing for a few hours.
Traditionally, there's like snacks served to sober you up at the end of a night.
Right. Well, that was another. I mean, that's also why
And
pretzels do that.
Kielbasis too.
Kielbasa would have been great. I didn't have the extra dough for that though.
Whoa! I would have purveyed.
Didn't know.
I would have purveyed.
Didn't know. I didn't know. You don't know what you're getting into when you get into a wedding with all the parts that happen.
Yeah.
And we were lucky because Steel Stacks, which is where we did it, is all encompassing. So like they
One
had
stop.
the chairs, they
It's
had
like having your wedding
the bar, they had
having
everything.
your wedding at Sandals.
What's that? Yeah, it's all inclusive.
Minus Jamaicans. Yeah.
But no, that's if you're getting married out there, do your best to do it at a place where you don't have to do as much stuff.
You don't
and
have to
bring
rent chairs.
outside things because it may cost a little bit more. It may not in the grand scheme of things. I don't think, from what I saw of what weddings are costing for what we paid for 220 people all together is way under budget.
Great location.
Amazing location. And the best part about that for me is that they are an arts Quest owns them, and it's, the money directly goes back because it's a nonprofit. It's not like
that's
we
good.
rented out, the hotel and had,
Did you bring any of your
money.
own? Did you bring any of your own ghosts, or were all those local ghosts?
No. Most of those ghosts are local. And the ghosts were at the Sayer Mansion.
He just said most.
Yeah, well,
He said most of the ghosts are local.
Steel Stacks is the site of Bethlehem Steel, which ran production of steel for many, many years.
24 hours a day.
24 hours a day.
They kept those blast furnaces.
People died. People slipped and fell into those. Our good friend Jim Tews,
his grandpa?
His grandfather and father worked at Bethlehem Steel. And his grandfather, he told me, was asked to get a promotion to work at the top of the stacks.
He's like, nah.
And you get paid a lot more money, and it's like, it's super dangerous. And he was like, no, fuck that, like, because all you do is you slip.
Yeah,
there's
no safety.
No,
they had unions back then.
It wasn't like that though.
They had unions.
I'm sure they had unions, but it was still, you can't be safe about having like an 8-foot wall at the top of the stack that you can't look down and see it, that you might not slip and fall in.
I just feel like that. It had to be something. Shoestring, like
seatbelt.
I'm sure there was stuff there, but I'm saying that it's super dangerous and things happen.
And a lot of people
fell into that. So
Hey,
like when we were
Jim,
looking at that place, I was
Jim,
like,
your grandpa's story is starting to fall apart under scrutiny, and we were requesting.
Jim Tews was at the wedding, and every time I saw him, I'd be like, "Is your grandpa here?" And like, as your back, oh, I think I see your grandpa over there.
What
It
an
looks
asshole!
Like you. Wow. Come on, there's nothing wrong with that. We're all friends here.
Yeah.
Such good friends, in fact, that he played your wedding.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I guess we could move from the ceremony, which was beautiful.
Ceremony, lovely ceremony.
Good view of the steel sacks.
We had 7 children in the party.
Mm-hmm. Modern cloning.
6 of them made it down. I had the over-under for me was 5. I only thought 5 would make it.
That's pretty good.
They're from the ages of, barely 5 to, 19 months old.
Mm-hmm.
And the youngest and the oldest made it.
Oh, yeah. Henry was a treat, man.
Yeah, Henry
was a real treat.
Yeah.
And Liam was
both of my nephews were dressed up like Newsies.
Yeah.
So they had suspenders on, and they had the floppy cap.
That was a great look.
Oh man, it was.
I wish one adult would have showed up looking like that though. Just one.
Just one.
To be like, how did I get this backwards?
Man.
Yeah.
They said on the invitation it says wear what makes you happy. So
yeah,
I guess
that was it.
Nobody wore chaps.
I know. Surprising, right?
Well, my Mine was spoken for, as was Jeremy's, my outfit.
Right. Yes. Big ups. Thank you to the Black Tux because they did a good job.
Shout out to the
Black Tux.
the BLK2X.
I will say that
and Vans.
Not
shout
a
out
band.
to Vans.
And shout out to Vans because all of the groomsmen got sweet kicks.
Yeah.
Black on black slip-ons, which I'm currently wearing now. I'd never worn slip-ons in my life, and I haven't taken them off because they're comfortable.
His wife asked him to take them off in the shower, and he says no.
That's true. Yeah.
Gotta rinse them. I really enjoyed your vows. I feel like, you. Who went first?
I went.
You went first, and I feel like you knocked it out of the park so much that when Kate came on, she was like, "Oh, I got to top that."
She said that out loud.
Yeah.
She said that out loud to everybody.
Yeah, but
I'm glad that I got to go.
Then she did. Then I thought hers was great.
Yeah, hers was beautiful.
Yeah, so it was like I thought ceremony was amazing. And
right
then,
before the ceremony started, I was greeting two of my friends, and I went to go grab.
Hey, how are you?
I went to go grab my vows out of my pocket, and they weren't there.
I saw them. I saw them on the floor and didn't say anything.
Are you serious?
I saw them in the middle of
That's exactly where they were.
Here's an interesting anecdote.
Here's another POV of this.
I'm talking in the back with Mike, the DJ, and then I circle around to the round table where we're actually going to be seated later on, which was the Ocho, the table of friends.
ESPN8, the Ocho.
The table of friends.
Purpose.
The table of friends. And I see Dan. I'm sitting down, and so I'm looking through two chairs. I see Dan go, and then this thing falls out of his pocket and floats to the floor in the middle of this big ballroom.
Oh my God!
And I'm like, it's probably important. It's not my problem. I'm not the best man.
Well, I didn't know it was Val. I did see when I.
Of course, because he was like, I wrote he was talking about in the afternoon. I wrote my vows. I wrote them myself. I got them right here. What do I need?
Well, at least you memorized them,
Well, I didn't.
No,
I did memorize.
You
most
freestyled.
of it. I didn't mean to memorize it. I wrote them. I wrote them out, and I started by saying that someone in the audience told me not to be a hero, so I didn't memorize them. I had them here, and that was former guest Josh Lay.
There you go. Don't be a hero.
He's also married, so smart.
He's also married, but
Smart
he
guy.
told me don't be a hero. So I did have them, but I didn't really use them. I only used them a little bit at the end.
Josh Lay also told you to use Axe body spray. I'm glad you didn't.
I didn't use Axe body spray. I didn't use any deodorant, even on my special day.
Josh was upset because he I don't know, upset's the right word.
He didn't get enough pretzels. At the pretzel bar.
Your one photo of you guys walking out from the stage and everybody's, the classic, you just got married photo and Josh is like grabbing your arm or something. He's like, I probably shouldn't have done that on the way out.
Yeah, he did that. He definitely did. Ruined a good picture.
We can Photoshop him.
We can Photoshop his ass right now.
Oh, really?
No, it's actually very funny because it's me being like, I didn't be a hero, but I'm mad. Oh, we're taking pictures. Sorry, smile. Let's walk.
He's like, hey, you did what I told you. You weren't a hero. Yeah, I wasn't a hero. But yeah, cute kids.
Yeah,
cute kitties.
The sun going down in the background.
Lights coming on.
We got married when
we
they
got
said
married in a fever.
I do and now pronounce you man and wife. There's an arch that's outside of. And the steel stacks that lit on fire.
That's what.
Did you notice that?
I didn't know it was.
Yeah.
That was when you got married.
It had propane.
Into the flames we were born. Into the flames we will be. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't know that was that. I mean, I saw it. I looked behind me and saw.
No, that was all part of it.
Building
that was all part of it.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing
They
too.
were, they were practicing the
us,
burn earlier, but they killed some birds.
They let us pick the colors to light up the steel stacks. We just had to send it to the Sands because they control the actual color. The casino does.
Wow, is that part of Sands' balcony?
Well, sends it over to the Sands.
I'm not sure why that is because the Sands doesn't own any part of.
Did you do any gambling the next day?
I did not do any gambling.
Good for you,
no,
Jeremy.
A couple of my friends who smoke a lot of weed. They didn't stay at any of the hotels that I asked them to stay at, and they went to the Sands because they could get bigger smoking rooms. But they walked in and they said it smelled so bad that like the whole time they were just like spraying other spray and like smoking weed to like get rid of the tobacco smell. And they were like,
seems like a losing proposition.
I was like, this is a terrible idea, guys. Just walk outside. Just go outside and go back to your room. How hard is that?
Yeah.
It's not that difficult. But
they ended up pitching tents in the
dab rigs are a thing. It's hard to do those things outside.
Yeah,
because you have to light them up with a creme brulee torch.
Right. It's kind of like it's
just too much effort. Like I like dabs sometimes.
I like creme brulee,
and I love creme brulee, but I don't like having
I like key lime pie, and I like
5 million pieces to put
dessert.
something together so I can get high.
It's like a Tetris.
Also, I wasn't smoking any weed until the after party of the wedding.
That was
the lady. The lady made a request that I would not be smoking weed.
She looked at you and she was like, "Your vows, you're so white knuckle."
I've never seen you like this.
No, truth be told, man, like I've never felt more calm in my life. I really It was like alive, calm. Like no, it was no big deal. Like I was jacked up a little bit while I was like writing them.
Oh, you took some NBD? That's cheating, dude.
No,
that's cheating. She
NBD?
just said don't be
CBD. CBD?
No, NBD is no big deal.
Oh, no big deal.
Yeah, it's like the newer distillate from weed. If you take out, first you have to
take
out the high.
THC,
Then you take
out the relaxation.
Yeah,
then
it's no
NBD.
big deal. Yeah, then it's no big deal.
NBD.
That's like it's because it's legal even in Pennsylvania.
You guys stalking NBD?
Yeah.
What?
You can get a shot of it.
CBD is legal in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but this is NBD. I brought it in from New York.
Is it legal everywhere?
In theory, yeah. They don't know what it is.
In theory.
Well, we've been talking about it. Here comes the cops. Jeez, that came at the same time.
Yeah.
But yes.
So after one of the incredible things that happened after the ceremony was this full band rig, which I knew you were playing music and I knew some of the things that were happening, but
some friends showed up.
Oh man, it was the sweetest thing. The first song was
it was cool to me. I thought it would be a really fun idea to do this right at the reception.
Yeah.
Like not like wait till later. I thought it was like a cool, like, let's do the cocktail hour and everybody have some drinks, eat some food. We come in, the bridal party, the groomsmen, everybody comes in, they do their dance, which all the wedding party came into Golden Girls, Thank You for Being a Friend, which is a beautiful entrance. And then we came into the Lucille Ball theme song because that's Kate's jam.
Okay.
But yeah, once everyone was in, we threw a little rock show. So I'm going to tell you,
once the doors were locked.
Once nobody could leave, we said, everybody don't sit down, come up to the stage.
There's no cover.
It was like we did it at Steel Stacks and we've played in the room where we got married, the actual ceremony, but upstairs is the big room.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that where Jim's grandpa died.
The blast furnace.
No, we're the pretzel bars.
We played in the pretzel bar in the blast furnace room.
But it's a full-on functioning venue, so I was like, great, we can do that. And they had all the back line. We didn't have to bring anything but our gear, like our guitars.
Yeah. I was a little like, I was wondering, like, I've never seen live music like that especially I'm taking Jounce and like Rock Band and like it was it was so freaking good.
Thanks. Yeah, so we decided to take the two bands that I play in and actually, just to go back for a second, Mickey Glago, who's the main guy in Midnight Spaghetti, who I play with down south, did the music for the ceremony, classical guitar. He arranged God Only Knows. He arranged Your Song by Elton John.
Oh man, the God Only Knows arrangement was great.
And he arranged
because he dealt with it through some left turns from all of your young relatives.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Cyndi Lauper's Time After Time. So he did a classical guitar rendition.
That's what you walked out to, right?
Yeah. And so he was there as well. So it was nice to just have that sort of community of all the bands that mean a lot to me and play music together. So it was the new Jounce lineup with Tim on drums and our old keyboard player Dan, which was pretty funny to think that he hasn't been in the band since 2005.
Right.
But it was just fun to get together and play with everyone. And the first song we did was the Archies' Sugar, and I convinced Kate to get up there and sing it with me. And for the 3 days leading up to the wedding, she kept wanting to rehearse it, and we'd sing it in the car together, and she was just very nervous about it because she doesn't do that. She doesn't do that.
Exactly.
This is a thing that
she makes smoothies
And she writes books and she does,
I think she can conquer that.
Yeah, I feel like she could do it, but she never done something like that up in person. And when you do that in front of your friends and family, it's so much more difficult as that being your first time than it is like doing it at
randos,
an open mic, or like you do it in a random city that maybe people will be at
a karaoke bar.
A karaoke bar, right. Yeah, anything like that. But I told her, you asked for a song, you asked for personal vows. All I'm asking is for you to sing the song with me.
Nice.
And so she did. I didn't think that would ever work. I didn't think.
Listen, if this doesn't happen, I am smoking weed all through the ceremony.
Look, if I don't get this, I am smoking weed right in front of your parents.
Yeah. Sugar was a hit. Kate was amazing.
Sugar was a hit. Yeah. She also wanted me to play My Girl, but the Otis Redding version, not the Temptations version, a much more like
that was your
stripped down, laid back version. Right. So we did those two songs.
What's weird is that Macaulay Culkin didn't die at the end of the song.
Wow. That's true.
Yeah. That's a showstopper because it made me think.
It's true.
Anna Klumsky also didn't come to the wedding. So
right, no, Anna Klumsky didn't come to the wedding. Yeah. And Kieran Culkin was at another wedding of one of our buddies who got married on the same day.
Steel Stacks?
Brett Tabasol. Remember him?
Get out of here.
Brett Tabasol got married on Cinco de Mayo, and Kieran was a groomsman.
Cool.
So it's just the parallels here are just...
the magic.
It's incredible. But I digress. So I had played a song for Kate that I wrote.
Right.
And
that
was solo me.
What about with a little help from my friends?
Wow,
we're getting there.
That's the big. But
we're not getting there yet.
Oh right,
so we got a whole two other songs because I had to, while I was singing, we were changing out bands.
Yeah,
because I've been playing music for a long time, and I play lots of shows where bands go in and out and they have to change and do set changes and everything. And
Makes
I got my
sense
boys to do
your
it.
wedding.
Make it part of the wedding. But I'm efficient about it.
It's all your farm aid experience.
Me and Johnny Cougs. But yeah, then the Sweaters came up and we did a couple of the songs that I wanted to sing for my wedding, which was the Pixies' La La Love You, which Mike came up and sang some backup vocals on as first base, second base, third base home run, which it came out very nice. And then
thank you.
We did a Reckless Eric song called Whole Wide World, which I really meant when I said that. Like, I heard that song when I was a teenager, and I was like, man, if I ever get married, man, like I'm gonna sing this song because it's like this is me, man. Right. I've searched the whole wide world, and like that was always in my brain. And so when it happened, I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna definitely do that, and made that happen. And probably a lot of people didn't know that song either, but I didn't give a shit.
Yeah,
and then we came up with every single person in the wedding party to sing with a little help from my friends, which was a surprise because Kate wanted me to do that song too. And I was like, you know what?
Let's just keep it slim.
I can't do all that. Like, that's so much, like, that's a lot. Like, there's a back and forth. We're not rehearsing. Like, I think it's too much. And she asked about it a couple times and I just kept brushing her off. And I sent an email to everybody being like, I need some help with this because we should do it because it'll be really fun.
Right.
And again, no practicing, no nothing, just like a little bit of rehearsal, like in the while we were getting ready on Saturday. Right. But there was no like full band rehearsal. And my buddy Joe, who'd flown in from San Francisco, who just had a baby, I know he listens to the podcast.
Yeah, shout out to Joe.
Big ups to Big Daddy Joe Ciarallo and Meg and Emma.
Meg did all the work.
Exactly. Meg did all the work.
The carrying.
But Meg also said, he's your best friend. You better go to his wedding.
Nice.
And, within
timed out very
5 or 6 days after having a baby to be able to go across the country to spend a night with friends.
They cut the cord on Joe and he was able to fly.
It was really it was really special.
Absolutely.
And he got up there and played drums. And so then it was like the whole old school Jounce band plus Mickey playing guitar, Matt playing bass, and I was just frontmanning it because they asked me to frontman. I wouldn't have been able. It would have been really difficult for me to play bass.
When I was a kid and I first was drunk and heard "Have a Little Help from My Friends," I was like, "That's when I'm going to sing at my wedding."
Why were you drinking and watching The Wonder Years?
Oh, exactly.
That's the problem. You were drinking at home.
But yeah,
But that was
Sunday
amazing.
night.
That was like an amazing thing because she was totally caught by surprise, and she saw all of her wedding party come up. Then she came up,
And I tried
then
to
we all
skulk-
just kept.
I
There's
tried
some
to
great
skulk in
pictures
the
of
back.
you guys like holding each other. You're holding on to my wife. I hadn't even been married to her for 2 hours, and Mike's already holding on to her.
Brothers.
He's handsy.
We share everything.
I tried to skulk in the back, and Noosty was like, "Get up front, get up front."
I actually heard you. I heard him say that to you.
I was like, "Oh fuck, okay."
I stayed in the back and got some audio of Liam, Danny's nephew. Tried to get him to interact with the microphone, which worked finally at the end.
One of my favorite pictures is in.
And then the picture taken though that I think he's going to reference is a picture of everyone on stage like having the time
Singing,
of their
everybody's
life, like,
mouths open, like in the
And it
middle
must
of
have-
saying
must have-
friends,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. And it must have caught me at some weird
a reverie.
And I'm in the background. It looks like I'm a ghost from 3 Men and a Baby in the window, just dead faced, like having the time of my life.
Oh my god!
The
yeah,
complete
it's-
opposite of
it's-
that.
It's amazing. Yeah, that post will go. That picture should go up on the website.
That one was on like page 6 probably or something like that, right?
Yeah, that was crazy that happened too.
Shout out to Lindsay.
Yeah, thank you, Lindsay, for telling everybody that I'm
A lot
married.
of shout outs.
This has been a shout out episode.
Emma is the name of Joe and Mike's baby, so shout out to Emma.
Yes,
I said
Welcome
that
to this world.
already.
You did.
Oh, I didn't hear you
say
say
it.
that.
I owe her a squish ball, not a squish ball. I have a kid toy for her.
Oh, good.
All right, I'll give you his address.
I have it.
I won't do it on the podcast.
I have it. You want to dox him? It's 1227 Schrader.
Oopsies.
All right, Jeremy, if this is for future
you
reference, just go ahead and bleep
go
that.
ahead and bleep that out real quick.
Yeah, that was like that was an incredible moment. I feel like in the whole wedding to set it up and be like, we're just this is going to be the funnest. Let's just have fun.
Let's just have a
let's just-
party.
I
Let's have a party.
I couldn't
Enjoy
believe
ourselves.
that Paul hired Fred Savage to come to the.
Who then declined, and then
Yeah.
we're like, well, at least we have Michael C.
He was available at the time.
Yeah. Number 2's ready. Well, I don't know. Maybe you're number 1. I don't know.
It was great
In
to
my heart
see.
you are.
It was great to see the Pete and Pete crew that came in.
Oh yeah.
Like, that was a real
Mr.
nice
Hust?
thing. It was real.
Toby?
It really made me feel nice to know that they came across the country to hang out.
Yeah. And Mark Saul was there. Our
Mark
buddy
Saul?
Mark. There was a lot of cross countryers, to be
A
honest.
lot. There were a
Yeah.
lot of people that came from
Very
Los
California
Angeles,
reps.
and that was really nice and special.
Yeah.
I had a couple family members that couldn't come from the West Coast.
Yeah.
Nice to see. I know who my family is. My real family.
He doesn't mean it at all.
Oh, I
They don't
do.
listen-
I
they
do
don't
mean
listen
it.
to
They
the-
don't listen.
They don't listen to the podcast. We know who our real family is.
Yeah, and then
yeah,
it was
man.
a
It was
big
party
old,
time. It's what a better way to start instead of like being like,
oh yeah.
okay, here's all the bridal party and the groomsmen. Your salad's ready. Sit down and start talking to
Right.
people.
Right.
Like it just didn't feel like it. I think it kept the bar high.
Yeah.
You
I think it was
we
smart
left
to do it
everyone,
then.
and
Yeah, yeah.
everyone was singing "Get
Dude,
By" with a little help from
yeah,
my
but
friends,
dude, the-
including everybody in the audience at the end. Like the whole fucking party was singing along. I feel like that's like something.
Yeah.
That's almost like the equivalent of that is like the
Except me, I was stone faced.
the Irish, like, holding the tree in the bush and the needle of the daddy. Oh, there's like that's like a
that
wedding. There's like a Irish wedding song that like the whole
Oh, okay.
that everybody sings along to. No.
I haven't been to an Irish wedding.
Well,
I've been to plenty
You've
of
been to a
Italian
half
weddings.
Irish wedding.
Yeah, I've been to plenty of Italian weddings. I guess I've been to an Irish wedding. I sure have.
I don't know. I mean, I don't
I
know if
just
that
don't know
happens
if it
everywhere,
was-
but that I've seen that, and it's very fun. But there was the same feeling it gave me. It was like, oh yeah, let's keep it up. Let's keep it fresh. Let's keep people happy, and let's keep people,
Moistened,
Just-
lubricated with
open bar, dude.
Oh, I was gonna say mustard and beer cheese, but that's fine.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can have all the mustard and the beer cheese that you want.
And that is part of the danger.
No danger. No danger. The only danger in getting married is the how it affects the wallet.
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about? You get to deduct more on your taxes now.
I?
Because you're a duo, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
with I mean, if you guys
So
are,
now
if you
when
guys
I
are
claim
filing-
now
if
when
you
I
guys are-
claim one, I mean it.
I don't think you're claiming. Right?
if they get a look.
No,
at-
you can claim 0 or 1 on your taxes. Like
Claim
one,
one.
like
Yeah.
one. Like
I
me.
usually
10
claim
minutes.
5.
You claim 5?
Yeah, I got voices in my head.
Yeah, the more you claim, the more taxes they take out.
IRS is here.
He just woke the dog up. Couple of other things. The first lady speech. What I know, the best lady speech.
Mm-hmm.
The best
Very
lady
good.
speech.
Very good. And then Newsty.
Oh yeah, you can talk about this because I want.
Well,
I didn't know what.
Came out on fire, man.
Dude, I've never seen him like that.
we
He also listens
It's
to the
because you
podcast.
hadn't
Big
smoked
ups to
weed
you,
all
Newsty.
day. That's why you.
It's because
that.
it's because I hadn't smoked weed all day. Everybody, the colors were much brighter. I was moving faster.
The food tasted better.
Food tasted so
I
good.
was never so tight,
but I wasn't like super hungry. You know, like I didn't feel like I had the
So
munchies
weird.
to eat.
I didn't go right to the pretzel bar.
I
when
didn't
I
feel
stopped
this
by the
gnawing hunger the whole time.
No, but I guess he had emailed or something, and we had just been brainstorming for a while to try to figure out what to do. There was other things to put up in the air.
What were other things? Let's talk about some other things.
Do you think we should? I don't. Some of the other things were.
What does it matter? You didn't do them, so
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
matter. It's over now.
One
I'm
of
not-
Kind of things.
one of them was instead of the smoothie thing, what we were going to do. As the best man, and then I would stand up and be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Danny called me the best man about 2 months ago when we were having goals. I thought I was the best man.
Shit.
So that was the route. So that's sort of what the smoothie
Shtick,
concept was in the
shtick,
beginning.
shtick.
Yeah. And then there was something else. I'm not sure I remember. That was the one that stuck. And then Smoothie Time came into the mix.
Smoothie Time USA.
And then we just sort of, it was like, yeah, it has to be that.
You have to make it smooth. They
And
made
so
it,
then-
they made a smoothie. They made Smoothie Time happen in front of 220 people at
Right.
the wedding.
So Newsty set it up and said his speech, which was incredible, very funny, very heartfelt.
Did I ever talk about that story on this podcast about my dad getting caught? That whole thing.
What?
yes.
He told. Did I say
The basement window?
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard
Okay.
that story.
All right. Yeah.
Mm,
That
mm,
was. That I mean, I had
that
forgotten about that for a
Love that
while.
story.
My dad on all fours
Yeah.
in the basement crawl space window.
Leave a little something
Yeah.
for me
Yeah.
to imagine.
But yeah, so he had done his thing and was incredible. And then towards the end, he was like, we can't celebrate this marriage properly without the one thing that ties them together, or something of that. And it was
Rope.
Smoothie Time. Who's ready? And so we had bought this smoothie portable USB rechargeable smoothie.
Yeah,
maker.
which is now going to be in the band van forever.
Great. But you have to chop everything small. So anyway, the idea was that we'd have everybody in the party, give or take, have a bit about an ingredient and then a story that
sprinkle.
goes with that ingredient. So, and then Paul was going to come in at the end. It sort of got worked. It sort of got
Well,
reworked.
because I was actually being a nice guy, and I thought that Matt was like fumbling because he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a smoothie," and he didn't really know how to do it, so he like pulled out some like random pieces of kale and stuffed it in there, and he's like, "Now what do I need?" And I was like, "Water, dude. You got to put water in it." I tried to give him water, and he's like, "Get that shit out of my face!"
Not
and
your
then,
fucking
And
way.
then my dad
Yep.
jumped in. To which I looked behind me and I was like, "What the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
how is my dad involved in the best man speech right now? What the fuck?" And he comes out with he says that, this is a party, right?
You can't get any.
He
Yeah.
said- yeah.
Party smoothie.
Yeah. So this is a
So he
party
put a
smoothie,
little
right? He put some
champagne
gin.
or-
He put gin in
gin.
it.
A tumbler of gin.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I had a mini banana that I had gotten. So I said, "Yeah, I keep a banana by my heart, and always or something." And so I went up and put that in the smoothie, and it wouldn't open. So I had to pound it on the side of the table and stuff. And then, it just turned into a big smoothie love fest where people would come up and talk about you a little bit, and then
And they started throwing things.
Yeah, but it became like it was like, and now here's Jeremy with the weather. Thank you, Matt. Anyway, it was Joe's was like,
yeah.
Joe gave me baby food.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
put that in the smoothie.
Sister
my
had a
sister
clutch
brought
one.
my sister brought up a baby bottle full of milk.
Coconut milk.
Right. But she said nut milk.
Yeah.
And my sister
This has been discussed, by the way.
and Kate
before
goes-
that, it was discussed of like, is she,
Are we gonna say nut milk?
Well, and it's cocoa nut milk, so it's making it seem like it's semen
well,
for fertility.
the other thing was
She said nut milk for fertility, and Kate goes, is that your breast milk?
That was the thing, yeah.
Because it was in a baby bottle, and my sister has a 6-month-old kid, and we all assume that it was breast milk. And my sister is not someone who goes silent ever. I don't think I've ever seen her that.
Not been known.
The minute Kate said breast milk, she turned beet red. She shut down, and she was just like, "Oh my God, no, it's not."
But it would be great if you were breastfeeding.
And she goes, "It's for fertility," and I was like, "I don't understand."
That we were worried about the breast milk, regular milk, so we were like, "You should say nut." So yeah, that somehow it all. But you know what? Those are the great things that those are happy accidents. It came out amazingly well.
It was brilliant. I was completely surprised, and like every time someone else spoke up, it was like the shtick went on for days.
Yeah, and
I thought we had good shtick with Brendan when I told his ring bearer.
Well, that's what we were working off of. Yeah.
You doing shtick? You doing shtick? Shtick at my wedding? You guys are doing shtick?
Yeah. But so the wrapped it up with Paul. Anyway, we wrapped it up, and then they actually
the
had to drink.
He said we didn't have to do it, and we said "F you."
Even from over on Table Ocho, that looked like a nasty ass smoothie.
But I knew it was terrible.
I knew just the same that they were going to be good sports about it and actually drink it.
Yeah, and they're still here.
Yeah, come on, we're still here.
Still alive.
You're still here, still alive. There were so many people that you don't realize when you're in a wedding or it's your wedding that you don't see everybody. You just can't.
It's hard.
It's just very difficult. There's a lot of people, and
so it's why I included vouchers for a free FaceTime.
That's why I gave them all a $5 Patreon subscription.
So they can watch the podcast.
They can watch this video of the podcast
recap.
and be like, "Hey, Aunt Carolyn, didn't see you, but I know that you were there."
And if you can still tackle, there's room for you on my team next
Well, I mean, seriously, I didn't see my aunt.
Yeah, but I know that she can
crazy.
tackle.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I mean,
right?
it's a crazy busy. Yeah, it's understandable.
That's the Notre Dame aunt.
Yeah.
It's the Notre Dame aunt.
You got video of the whole music stuff?
I have video of everything. And you know what? And I'll give all the big ups to Keenan Thompson for telling me that when we were talking about when I first got engaged. He was like, "Get a videographer." He's like, "There might be expensive, but like you're going to want it. Like if you just get a photographer, like you'll get great photos, but like you're not going to get those memories." So he's like,
"Well, that
Christina and I watch that like once a year on our anniversary.
Oh, that's really
nice.
We
enjoy
cool.
like." Seeing everything happen in video form.
They're gonna get married. Hold on, they're about to. They're gonna do it. What? They're about to do it. They're saying I do.
I mean, it'll be something like that. I'll get a nice little like 10-minute trailer or something like that.
They'll cut together. Yeah,
but because because I get everything, I get all the. They don't necessarily give all the raw footage.
Oh yeah, who gets the music publishing rights for that?
Nobody. We're not pressing it.
But why wouldn't you?
Live from Bethlehem,
PA. Denny Tamborelli and Kate Detweiler's wedding. The Dettarellis.
Dettarellis?
I said Dettarelli.
I said
180 gram.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We'll put them out in a 45 form. We could probably fit.
You could
probably fit all 5 of those songs on 2 sides.
The Ramones songs.
But yeah, and then the food came. Food was great. I got mashed potatoes. I love the fact, I took a picture of it, that my little card that had my name said V for vegetarian dish, and it also said plus potatoes.
It wasn't for vegetarian.
No, it was just so funny that you put that in your request, and I was like, well, he's requesting it. And Kate was like, fuck him. He's the only one that's doing it. Yeah, it was just like he's the only one that requested this. Like, whatever. Like, if they get it, they get it. And I was like, no. He's a groomsman. He's in the wedding. He's getting those mashed potatoes, and I made sure it was on every single thing. So just remember that.
That's very nice of you.
I got you your garlic mashed potatoes, bro.
Very nice of you. Kate was right though. In the end, Kate was right.
It's funny because
about what?
that was
about
like that was like
if
one
he gets
thing.
Him, he gets them. That's what it should have been. Yeah.
But that was the one thing that we're like going over like table settings and where things are. And I was like, and just make sure that Jeremy gets his mashed potatoes.
Wait, what?
Sometimes I feel like you're marrying fucking Jeremy.
Oh, she did make that comment.
I know.
Like, she said, I always felt a little bad when I first came in because she said she felt like she broke
up
Jeremy
you. Yeah.
And I said, that's not true.
No,
I said,
it really
we
was.
still got together.
We're stronger than ever, Danny and I. Yeah, but oh man, I had such a fun time, and I remember
I had such a great time dancing.
Yeah, and I danced a little. I don't dance, but my girlfriend got me.
I danced my ass off.
You were definitely dancing your ass off.
saw me dance my ass
my
off.
friends Ron and Sarah were dancing with
Shout
you.
out.
There's some great videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I
just
danced with Kate's
it was
friends.
super fun, and the best part about the whole wedding, really, other than getting married, was like having everyone together and just knowing that everyone was having a good time. Like the second to last song, they played Harvest Moon, and everybody like hugged up, and it was like 7th grade. Like it was just like there's so
Hands on
much.
hips.
There was so much love. There was so much love that we had a breakup the day after the wedding for people that went to the wedding and were like, you know what?
We're never going to compare. We'll never compare.
I swear to God.
as much
I
love
swear
as
to
them.
God, and I felt really bad about it, but I was also like, well, good riddance. I guess
They
that
could've-
it's not for you.
They could have broken up the night before, and then
And those
I could
people
have. I was
are.
sing-
And they
you know,
could.
I was single. Could have broken up at the wedding.
Well, is there what is your? I mean, that seems like a favorite moment, I guess. But
I mean, that was, and it was funny because Mike, the DJ, like he pulled me aside afterwards. He's like, I learned something tonight. I was like, what's that? And he's like,
You gotta
have a
really be in
good
love.
wedding like that. You don't need to end with like the crazy dance stuff. He's like, Harvest Moon came on, and like it really like it was
Musical
like 7th
Xanax.
grade
yeah,
like dance, you know, and
Musical
everyone's just like
Xanax.
hugged up and like making out and shit. Like it was pretty epic. I thought.
Yeah.
That's great. It's great.
Yep.
And I didn't want it to end. Vegan Treats gave us delicious cupcakes.
oh yeah, shout out to those cupcakes.
Vegan
man.
treats
A lot of
were-
shout outs.
Yeah, a lot of shout outs.
Yeah.
It's fine. I will shout
the
out.
village.
I will shout out the entire Lehigh Valley just for being the Lehigh Valley.
I'll
at
shout
this
out
moment.
the Lehigh River for being mighty and flowing through.
And I'll shout out a guy named Lee High. I like his name.
He's who I got the NBDs from. He got me some really good NBDs. It's where you feel really normal.
And I really appreciate both of you being there and being a
come
part
on.
of it.
We wouldn't have-
'Cause it
That was probably
really
the best,
something
one of the
really
best times I
special.
ever had at a wedding, if not the best.
Yeah, I think you and Brendan have set bars for weddings that are very hard to. They're going to be very hard to topple if I get married.
Well, we'll be waiting to help
Yeah,
you.
if I get married,
We'll make
I mean,
it.
It's not for sure, but you know, I'm thinking about it.
Love is in the air.
It's hard not to think about it when you're at a wedding and it's all going well and everybody's having fun. And
Except if you're unhappy and then you break
yeah,
up the
exactly.
next
That
day.
couple, everybody except that couple's who I mean. Yeah,
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. Oopsies.
you never got me a pretzel bar.
Oh, man. That's the one thing that really that's the only regret I have for being at the wedding.
Yeah,
Is that I did not get to
I
try
just
those
so
delicious
happen to have
pretzels
pretzel right
and beer cheese. That like I'm tempted to next time I go to Steel Stacks call up and be like, hey, can you guys just make some of that beer cheese? I know you sell it.
yeah.
You gotta sell that stuff.
Oh yeah, I think it was on the menu definitely.
Yeah.
The puppy just woke up.
Oh, you hear puppies outside, don't you?
Well, Mike,
Don't
give us your parting thoughts on Dan's wedding and how much you love him.
I'm saying it was great to be around all those people in love, and I didn't get to see how close the families were until that rehearsal dinner, and then the next night was just like way surpassed any expectations that I had.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. You mean after the rehearsal dinner night? Yes.
Yeah, it's because it's cool to know that you know your in-laws and your parents are close because that's not
They don't
always the
fucking
thing.
suck.
You don't have you
Absolutely.
don't have issues like that,
Yeah.
and I think that's real. I mean, the first time my mom met Carol, they were like holding hands
I
and
bet.
like talking, like they're like kindred spirits, the two of them. So they like, you know, like when my dad was sick, like they would talk, like Carol and my mom would talk for like
Right.
hours, and like that would like blow my mind to know that like they were like
Yeah.
chatting.
I messed up your card. I messed up your wedding card.
Oh, you did. I know.
What do you mean you did? I know.
Because you did a
You did the remark scratch out?
you did a scratch out on the card.
I didn't do a scratch.
I think you did.
No. That was a river. That was the.
It was the Lehigh. No, I know.
That was the Delaware. That was the Delaware River.
The Delaware, right?
No, but I wrote. I think I wrote journey twice in the last sentence, and I meant to end it with voyage. Journey, voyage.
Well, I can always bring it back.
That's what I'm saying. If you want to bring the card back, I messed up the last word. I had already used journey earlier in the sentence and used it again for.
At least you gave me a card. I didn't get anything from Jeremy.
Well, that is true. But we talked about it before the wedding.
I know.
We're gonna have a dinner,
and you're paying it off in dry handies.
Messing around.
Yeah. Yes.
Here's to you, Mr. Dettarelli.
Yeah,
congratulations, Mr. and Mrs.
For Danny
Thank
Tamborelli.
you. Thank you, guys. Seltzer's up.
Big up for the all four proud parents who are really, really look to be happy and proud. And yeah.
It was very nice to meet Caitlin's parents. They are very solid people. Very solid, very loving and funny. And yeah, I can see. Yeah.
For the listener, Carol spoke a little bit at the ceremony, and she told the entire...
Who also killed it. Yeah,
she told the entire audience that she didn't think Kate would find the right guy. It had to be someone like Attila the Hun. And I had to raise my hand to be like, yeah, that's me. That's the kind of lady she is, that she'd speak a that at her own daughter's wedding in the ceremony.
All right, you two.
Wiseacre.
All right,
what a wiseacre.
Well, keep a lookout. We'll post some pictures, I'm sure, and
yeah, we'll definitely post some pictures.
We've already posted one or two.
You can find some stuff on page 6 or at people.com because that happened. They talked to Morona. Morona, it's like it was at Danny Tamborelli's wedding, had this, and this. Also, Michael Morona was there. He had this to say.
Scoop.
It was an exclusive, guys.
It was. I didn't speak to anybody else about it.
Yeah. Thank God I'm
my
page
lips
6 for something nice and not, being an idiot.
Right.
Yeah, you
appreciate that.
Yeah, you could be an asshole.
Yeah.
Why don't you go get hit by a fucking car, asshole?
Oh man.
I don't
remember.
That's the umbrella guy.
That's the
yes,
the Fresh Kitchen.
Yeah,
racist bigot.
Yeah,
okay,
piece of crap.
We went there.
Yeah. Glad we touched on that in your wedding episode.
Yeah, well, me too. Guess so, huh?
I guess we can cut all this out. Happy wedding.
Guys, thank you for the well wishings on the wedding. And isn't it great to be a part of the Last Podcast Network?
It is
amazing.
If you want to call the Danny and Mike podcast and give us well wishes for Danny, teasing for Mike,
we have a phone number now that you can leave messages
or encouragement for Jeremy, like grow your balls. Tell that girl you love her.
Wait, that's not saying you grow your balls. No, we know your balls are grown.
That number is 518-635-7195. That's right, you can call. Leave a message for Danny Mike.
Why don't you do it again like they do in the real commercials? That's 518-635-7195. One more time, that's 518-635-7195. We appreciate you listening. But before we go, that number again, 518-635-7195. That's what they do. They send money now. Send money now.
Keep an eye on Patreon. We're at patreon.com/Danny and Mike with the N spelled out. Maybe that wedding music video will be up there too. You never know.
Yeah, we can
$5 bonus.
Look, $5 bonus. $5 bonus gets you the full 5-minute version of with a little help from my friends.
That's great. That's a great.
I can definitely put.
That's an exclusive.
That is an exclusive that nobody gets.
Now I feel like I'm at a PBS during fundraising week.
Don't you want? Hey, look, for $120, you can get these 3 CDs for $15 on iTunes. But you're supporting something good, and that's important.
Tickets to Celtic Woman. You get the tote bag.
10% off
the tote bag.
I love those.
You get the VHS of Michael C. Morona playing the little kid in Fiddler on the Roof.
Il Bambino, the 3 Irish, the 3 Italian.
George C. Scott yelling at young Danny. All the hits.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you for letting me talk about the weddings.
Congrats, bro.
Congrats, Dan. We love
Thank you guys for being there.
Kate, and I'm at Remy Balin. You can also find another podcast called Fresh Beef. Check that out. He is at Michael C. Morona.
I am.
And the married man over there is at D. Tamborelli on Twitter, and on Instagram, it's Danny Tamborelli.
Don't be sliding into my DMs no more.
For legal reasons. Thank you so much for listening. Check everything out on the Last Podcast Network. We're so happy to be part of it.
Right.
Bye. The Adventures of Danny and Mike stars Danny Tamborelli and Michael C. Morona. The show is produced by me, Jeremy Balin. It's podcast is part of the Last Podcast Network, which can be found at lastpodcastnetwork.com. Make sure to check that out for a ton of great shows. For more information on the guys, visit our website at DannyandMike.com. Also look us up on Twitter at Danny and Mike with the N spelled out, and on Facebook at facebook.com/The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Thanks for listening.